Hello, this is WVEA President Dale Lee, and it's Friday, November the 9th. I just wanted to touch base with you regarding the election and to give you an update on PEIA. Now that our mailboxes and TV ads have returned to normal, I wanted to take a few minutes to give you a brief recap of the general election. Turnout in West Virginia was exceptionally high at nearly 50%, and we had some significant victories in both the House and the Senate. The Senate will look dramatically different with the defeat of Senator Carnes in the primary and Senators Ferns and Gaunce in the general election. In addition, we were able to re-elect supportive senators in some very red areas, such as Senator Baldwin, Beach, and Unger, as well as Senators Romano, Woelfel, and Stallings. And a very pro-education, pro-worker legislator, Bill Hamilton, was elected to fill Senator Carnes' seat. In the House, we filled quite a few seats with our candidates supportive of our issues. The Northern Panhandle, Monongalia, Marion, Greenbrier, and Kanawha counties showed significant support for pro-education candidates. We also picked up a couple of education-friendly candidates from the Eastern Panhandle. Specifically, the Vice Chair of the House Education Committee and the leader of the movement to do away with seniority was defeated, as well as the House Majority Leader. Thank you for all the time and the hard work that many of you gave during the campaign. It's because of your work that we were able to have the success that we did. And we also discovered the areas where we need to work harder and to double our efforts in 2020. Now, I know some of you are disappointed that we didn't flip the House and capture the majority, but those types of changes take time and rarely happen in one short election cycle. In 2020, we must do a better job of selecting our candidates in both parties and continuing our efforts to unseat some of the anti-education, anti-worker legislators. Now, until then, we must continue to work with our legislators and be active during the upcoming legislative session to prevent bad legislation and to pass bills that help our public schools and our working West Virginians. We will be asking you to stay involved this legislative session by contacting legislators and coming to Charleston. We must also be engaged in the process and work to prevent the types of legislation proposed last year from resurfacing. We must also work to get positive legislation passed. So stay informed and begin preparing for the legislative session. Now, many of you saw that the PEIA Finance Board had canceled a scheduled meeting. Now, in my mind, this is a good thing. The Finance Board is waiting on the task force recommendations to come in before they prepare the plan for the 2019-2020 year and the schedule of public hearings. The plan will be unveiled after the task force submits its recommendations and will likely begin in mid-December. Now, I remind you that last month we sent a letter to Governor Justice asking him to urge the task force to complete their work. After that letter, the Coverage and Plan Subcommittee met, and we expect the other subcommittee to meet in the next couple of weeks, after which the task force will submit its recommendations. And once again, I want to thank you for all that you do. I know the election process and finding solutions to PEIA are frustrating, but we are making headway on both of those issues. Now, I'll be back in touch with you after the next PEIA subcommittee meeting, so have a great weekend, and thank you again for all you do for your students.